So for anyone looking to come to the conference this year, or maybe if you're on the fence, this will be the first time that our standing committee meetings come together in person since the COVID-19 pandemic. What does that really mean for our members out there? This offers you an opportunity to come together with your peers in specific issue area topics and discuss matters that pertain to county government and perhaps discuss legislative priorities or issues that may be popping up across the state that you're looking for advice and some engagement with your peers on. These meetings, these in-person meetings, are an excellent opportunity to sit down and discuss with your colleagues legislative priorities for 2022, budget priorities for 2022, and other issues that may be dealing with public safety, transportation and taxation, public health, mental health, agriculture, children with special needs, Native American affairs. We have a bunch of standing committees, really anything that might pique your interest. So we encourage you to attend, come and join those meetings, and get together with your peers to talk about solutions to solving these very complex problems.
So a big part of the conference, too, is the standing committee work that we do at the fall seminar and the legislative conference in the winter. And the fall seminar sets the agenda. We get the ideas from county officials from across the state. Your thoughts and ideas form the platform for NYSAC when we work with the executive and legislative leaders. So we encourage all to attend any meeting that you might be interested in. You don't have to be a member of the committee to listen in and even participate in the committee process. So I personally handle the Medicaid committee in the Health and Human Services, so we'll deal with a lot of Medicaid financing issues and program and policy issues in regard to child welfare, child protection and abuse, and just different safety net programs, and of course Medicaid, one of the biggest expense programs for counties. I also deal with the Taxation and Finance Committee, so all things tax and finance, whether it's a local revenue or a state revenue impact on our finances. So there's two committees I deal with, and also all the committees come together in the Resolutions Committee at the end of the standing committee process and pass and adopt the resolutions to pass on to the body for approval by the end of the conference at the business meeting. You can participate throughout the process, even if you're not on a committee, and we encourage you to come.
One of the main functions we do at our fall conference is to have our subcommittee groups meet. Our members are members within those committees. Two that I'm liaison for. One being the Public Employee Relations Committee. We've got a lot of interesting things going on in that committee, and you feel free, even if you're not a member, to stop in and listen to some of the discussions that are going to be going on. We're going to be talking a lot of things that happened with COVID and COVID policies going forward. Management versus employee rights on everything from masking to vaccinations, how to protect your employees from any from this health scare, as well as some of the silver lining things that we found out through this pandemic of how we can work through this. Maybe these are some policies you're going to want to consider going forward. Everything from some work from home flexibility. To even, I think we're going to discuss on the legislative end the open meetings laws, and if we want to try to make a push to change some different flexibility on could you be remote to do some of these kind of meetings. So we're going to be discussing all that and more in the Public Employee Relations Committee. I also am the liaison of the Native American Affair and Gaming Committee. A lot coming up in 2022 in that world. We've got mobile gaming that's going to start in 2022. We'll have some experts coming in and talk about the impact of that going forward. We will also be discussing marijuana legislation and the impact that that's going to have on Native American tribes, their ability to grow and sell, and how that might impact the economic community there in that world. And we'll also continue to talk about, I know this is an important thing happening in the western New York, and that's the Seneca Nation payment of gaming that's been delayed due to the state and Seneca County disagreeing on the compact, and how that impacts local governments going forward, and how hopefully we can get a work through that to help local governments with the money that's needed that comes from that gaming to help with local services. So we'll have that and more in those committees, and hope to see you there and to join us there.